Hey everyone, welcome to another good e-reader review video. My name is the King of e-readers, Michael Kozlowski.
And this is Peter.
And we have here the Asus ZenPad 3S10. This is the latest tablet that Asus has released in 2017. And it's brimming with specs. It has a 2K display, which means that it has a resolution of 2048 by 1536. It's an IPS like screen, just so you know. It has a hexa core processor, which means that it has a quad core 1.7 gigahertz and a dual core 2.1 gigahertz, and 4 gigs of RAM. It has like a MediaTek GPU, 64 gigs of storage, and it has 2 speakers. It's DTS HD is what they're calling it, but we'll check out the sound and video quality in a bit. 10 hours of battery life. Front-facing webcam is 5 megapixels, and the rear-facing webcam is 8 megapixels. Let's check a look at what this tablet's bringing to the table.
Looking at this tablet, it's very simplistic. It doesn't really bring anything brand new. It looks like pretty much every other Samsung
device. Yeah, it's not like a bezel-less design or like anything kind of really fresh and innovative.
Super 2009 kind of thing. You have the wake button / home, back, cascading app window button, camera with a light sensor and a flush screen and bezel. On the side you have a power, volume up and down, camera on the back. On the bottom you have 2 Torx screws if you want to take this thing apart, USB-C, 2 speakers, and for some reason a very hard to get to micro SD card, which you'd think is a SIM because they give you a little SIM popper tool, but this is a micro SD.
So this tablet comes with a ton of Asus apps. Some of them are grouped here. So you have your gallery, file manager, movie maker, photo collage, read it later type apps and things. So if you don't have your go-to favorite things like ES file manager or customized types of things that are your go-to apps, you can stick with the Asus ones, but I don't know why you would. Google apps, so it's like all of the stock ones. It has just like one screen with like all your settings here. We did run an update when we took this out of the box. We thought maybe it would hopefully upgrade it to a modern version of Android, but it's still Android 6.0. Settings menu. It does have support for the Z Stylus, so if you do have like an Asus Stylus like that you use on maybe another tablet or something, this has full support on it for like drawing, taking notes and everything like that.
Because this is a 10-inch device, you don't get the single column of settings categories. You actually get 2 columns all in one, so it's very well spread out.
Fingerprint technology on this too, so you could use it for like Android Pay or something like that. I mentioned with the pen, so this is sort of like little things that you can do with like the notes.
I guess you need the pen to really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
It didn't come with the pen, by the way. It's not like we lost it or something.
Yeah.
There was no pen with this. It's compatible, but there isn't actually the pen that comes in the box with this one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of interesting. You can just like draw with your hands and stuff like that, but this is like a stock thing that came with it. Kind of just shows you what you can do with it. So you think about it, if you have a stylus, you could actually like do things like businessy type things or just drawing type things. A lot of tablets don't have like pen support,
right.
So it's kind of interesting that like this is one of the kind of like Asus doesn't market it as like, this is like a work device, but with the stylus it kind of makes it a work device.
And the fact that it's rocking a 10-inch screen. So of course on a 10-inch device you can afford to have predictive text and numerical a row of numbers and such because you have the room for it. So we're just going to quickly browse over to Good e-reader, and you can see that this is the mobile version of our news publication on a 10-inch device. Looks really nice.
Yep.
Kind of poppy.
It has the desktop version that we could load as well. So obviously our mobile client, I think, looks like a little bit better than like the desktop version. But yeah, you can like switch between the two if like you want. Yeah, so in terms of like this tablet, is it relevant in today's like world? I think it is. It's bursting with specs. I mean, 4 gigs of RAM is nothing to, you know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of tablets have 2. A lot of iPads don't even have like 4. So with the MediaTek GPU as well, you're going to be able to play a lot of games and take advantage of like the hexa-core processor. But when it comes down to it, sure, Asus is really building the 2K display and the, you know, the twin speakers.
Yeah.
How does that come across with videos? You've heard our review. We want to hear your comments. Drop a comment below. Let us know what you think about this device and if it's a worthwhile investment. I don't know if I could firmly recommend it just because it's like a vanilla 6.0 tablet. If it had 7, I'd be like, yeah, get this, because of, you know, if you're concerned with like the new Android hotness, you kind of want to get this, but regrettably, hardly any tablets these days even have 7.0.
You got it.
So, for GoodEreader.com and a review of the Asus ZenPad 3S
10. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. My name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.